Sports Chasers Podcast. Coming to you live and direct with your host and your moderator, Kevin L. Warren. This is a real sports podcast for real fans.
All right, we are live and direct. As you can see, we had a little difficulties. People coughing. Excuse us. We are here. Good morning. It's another Monday morning after Sunday. The Sports Chasers Podcast. Yeah, we're laughing because all you can do is laugh, right? So
go do, bro. Go ahead, man.
It's all good,
rock
baby.
on, man.
It's all good.
But yeah, we're here. You're there. Hey,
Let's go
thank
on.
you for chiming in today, man. We're gonna meet the crew real quick. Dan, what's good, brother? How are you?
Not much. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Good. Deep
Fantastic.
what's good?
What's up, fellas? Sports Chasers Podcast, fourth and short. Keep it short.
Fourth and short, no doubt. E, what's up? What's going on, brother?
What up? Finally able to grace Monday morning, play a little bit of Monday morning quarterback with you guys. Sports Chasers, fourth and short. Let's go. How's
Fourth
everybody
and short. Oh man, we are doing good, bro. We are doing good. Hey, like I said, we're doing the fourth and short segment today. No, that's not what I want to do. There you go. So, hey, a lot of interesting games yesterday. Hey, let's start off right away because we only got 30 minutes. Let's start off with game number 1 out of the 5 that we're doing. Hey, the Dolphins and the Bills. What a good game, man. Yesterday afternoon, 1:00 game. The Dolphins defeat the Bills 21-19. That game had a lot of ebbs and flows. If you didn't look at the game, well, first of all, shout out to all the Dolphin fans. I know I gave y'all hell about y'all Miami Hurricanes on Saturday, deservedly so.
Right.
You can't be losing to Middle Tennessee State, and you talking about you back like you can. No, you can't do that. But today is about the Dolphins. Dolphins 21-19 over the Bills. A lot of crazy stuff. The Dolphins didn't have a lot of possessions in that game. I think they had close to 20-some-odd minutes of possession, and the Bills had 40-something, which is insane. But the Dolphins' defense is for real. Their team's for real. They're 3-0. I'll start off with the angry one. What's good, bro, on this game?
Yo, what's up, man? Thankfully, I picked Miami to win this game. But if you was looking at this game, you kind of cringing because Buffalo had the ball. Like Kev said, an awful lot in this game. They marched up and down the field, but this is what happens when you don't score. For as much as I believe the mighty Josh Allen, 42, 63, 400 yards, 2 TDs, but there's a lot of opportunities, a lot of points left on that field, man. Some due to the Dolphins defense, some due to just some poor execution, man. Dolphin defense showed up. They was very active, it was very disruptive, and they bended, but they did not break. They gave up a lot of yards, did not give up a lot of points, as you can see by the score. Tua, again, efficient, 13 of 18, 186, a touchdown. Really not a whole lot. Waddle got over 100 yards receiving. Tyreek Hill didn't get off like he has, but they did enough as a collective, and they got that win, man. So this is a tough loss for Buffalo, but it was well-deserved win for Miami.
Got you. Appreciate that, E. D-Dub, what you got on this game?
Good, entertaining, but yeah, like E said, man, Buffalo, Josh Allen threw 63 times, 400 yards, awfully lot. What else? And he said earlier, poor execution. Buffalo left a lot of points, as he said, left some points on the board. 3 points here. They couldn't get and I believe it was the end of the second quarter, trying to spike the ball and wasn't able to spike the ball. Ball fumbled out of Josh Allen's hands. He tried to do a little fake, but they left points on the field, and definitely could have helped them. Sloppy play, Buffalo, which I don't think you're going to see that again. This is week 3, so again, good win for the Dolphins. Their defense is for real. They played outstanding, and credit to Tua, man. Tua did a good job yesterday, doing more than he's able to throw that deep ball, man. Again, he was doubted, and I think now people are starting to come around, along with myself, about his play and being able to be that guy to lead a team. So, kudos to them. Again, not too much from Tyreek Hill, but you had, they basically got 2 number 1 wide receivers, if you ask me, between Hill and Waddle. Waddle is what's this, his second year? Yeah, y'all remember?
Yeah,
second year?
Yeah.
He's definitely a go-to guy. And so to me, I think they got like absolutely 2 number 1 receivers. So we'll see how, young coach, first year coach, we'll see how they pull it all together. But they got another game, so Buffalo will be back.
Gotcha. Dan,
some things
you know the game?
This was a pretty physical game because I watched part of this game, and I don't know what Wilkins did for Miami to piss off Josh Allen, but he ripped his helmet off at the bottom of the pile. So, it was back and forth. Miami tried to give this game away. I don't know what they were thinking, putting out of the end zone. That guy almost had to go to the hospital to get something removed. He was at one step from going to the hospital. But, if you're going to do that, just don't tempt it. Just take your safety, punt the ball. That was crazy. But, like everybody said, Miami's defense played a hell of a game.
Yes.
They kind of corralled Josh Allen. They let him throw between the 20s and 20. Just didn't let him get in the red zone and score. So hats off to them, especially when they were on the field for 40 minutes. And Tua did what he needed. Like the few opportunities they had the ball, they scored.
I think like you said, the time of possession, the Bills had the ball for 40 minutes and 40 seconds. Dolphins, 19 minutes, 20 seconds. That's a lot, man. That is a lot.
I just want to add, too, that the Buffalo secondary, I think they played a phenomenal game as well, being that they had a lot of players hurt. So, again, kudos to them. Next man up, as they always say in the NFL, but we actually seen it yesterday with that defense.
Yeah. Again, shout out to all the Dolphin fans and stuff that I've talked to. Your team is 3-0. You're playing well. Let's see what you got next week. So
still early, Kev. It's week 3, man. So but nonetheless, they playing good. It's good to see these young teams coming up, and we got a couple more teams that we need to talk about.
We got the DA. He's in witness protection program. DA, real quick on the Dolphins and Bill Gates, man. 30 seconds, bro.
Dolphins played a better game, and it got hot, and the Bills couldn't take it. And right now, we got to stop making excuses, and they are the better team. Point blank.
Speaking of excuses, you just said hot. Now, I'm one to believe that hot. Everybody got to play in it. So I heard that excuse. Somebody said this early this morning.
But they've been saying that for years, though, man. It's not actually the heat; it's the humidity that gets dudes. Because it takes away your oxygen. So that's what they say. I wasn't playing in it. I didn't think that they looked slow, but I just thought that they got beat by a team that was better at this point in time in the year. That's all. No more, no less.
Gotcha.
There's no surprises, man. To me, at least.
Gotcha. We'll move on to the next game. We'll move on to the Ravens 37-26 victory over the Pats yesterday. Ravens played a pretty good game. That game was also a little bit back and forth, but the Ravens ultimately got it done. Lamar Jackson had a couple of touchdown passes. The Pats hung with them. Matt Jones got hurt at the end. Being that I got it on D-Dub, what you got with this game here?
Lamar Jackson looks good, man. Hey, he's everything of a betting on yourself, and that's what he's doing.
Betting on yourself.
It was kind of it was kind of back and forth a little bit. I actually thought that the Patriots was going to pull it off, but
I did too.
you know, hold on, I'm trying to find my stat line here for the 37-26 final. You know, Lamar Jackson, what did Lamar Jackson have? His stat line, give me 2 seconds. I'm sorry, guys.
18 of 29 for 218, 4 TDs, and 1 interception.
Hey, man.
And had 107 on the ground.
Yeah. You know, he's doing what he's supposed to do. So, you know, kudos to him. Defense kick. Oh, Duvernay, this dude is this guy is pretty good, man. He's a very good wide receiver. He did his job yesterday with helping out. Even though he's targeted 2 times, but the times that that they needed him to catch the ball, and he was really a real, you know, go-to guy at that point. So you know, I think the Ravens they beating who they're supposed to beat, even though homeboy got hurt at the end, but Ravens doing what they're supposed to do. So
gotcha. Mike Mills has joined us real quick. Mike Mills, your team beating down the Pats yesterday. What you think? What's your thoughts, sir? Real quick.
We won. It was kind of sloppy. Defense got some big turnovers late. They gave up a lot of yards. We got to figure that out. The running game looked a little bit better with Dobbins when he did play.
Yes.
They didn't run him like crazy, which they shouldn't have because he got to work his way back. But, I mean, it looked all right. We just got to clean it up on both sides.
7 carries.
Yeah, we just got to clean it up. But otherwise, the team looked good yesterday. We just got to figure it out.
Gotcha. Eric, what you got on the Bills? Excuse me, the Ravens and Pats game.
Lamar is, again, I said he was going to be that's my MVP pick, and he showed why he is standing firm in the conversation, even though it's just week 3. I know. It was a good game, very entertaining game back and forth, man. Ravens defense was very opportunistic. 3 interceptions and 1 fumble recovery. They got the turnovers when they needed them.
Right.
Mac Jones, he threw for 321, never got in the end zone. I mean, I think he had a Russian TD, but yeah, man, you can't turn the ball over, man. I don't care. Year 1, year 15, don't matter. You turn the ball over, this is what's going to happen. You want to catch that L, man. But I just want to point out though, Stevenson I don't know where New England got this kid from. I don't know if anybody got some. Yeah, he was putting in some work, even though he only had 12 carries, but he was a difference maker. And
12 carries, 73
Devontae Parker made some extraordinary catches along the sidelines, man.
Yes.
I just wanted to give him a shout out, man, because he
5 catches, 156 yards.
Yeah. He didn't get in the end zone, but he made some spectacular.
He made some phenomenal catches.
Him, and we're not going to talk about this game this week, but the Eagles, what's that, Devontae Smith, he made 2 outstanding catches against the Commanders yesterday in Landover. He's the real deal, but, you know, the Eagles took care of the Commanders 24-8. Dan, what you got on the Ravens and Pats game?
To me, it just kind of seemed sort of like the previous game that they played. You know, they got to score a bunch to win. They got to tighten up the defense. But, you don't really want to have Lamar running that much and get him susceptible to injury, because without him, they're going to be hurting. But, they played good enough. Mac Jones, he threw for a lot of yards, but no touchdowns, 3 interceptions. That really hurt New England, keeping them, in the game. But, it's a solid win for the Baltimore. They should have beat them.
Gotcha. DA, what you got on this game, sir?
It was a good game. It was kind of par for the course. New England's offense was better than I thought it would be against them. And I guess conversely, the defense for the Ravens was worse than what I thought it would be, especially in the back end. But A win's a win, and they got it. So we'll just on to the next, as Belichick would say.
On the next one, on to what do you say, Cincinnati?
Yeah, on to Cincinnati.
But we're not on to Cincinnati. We're on to the next game in our fourth and short segment here on Mondays. We got the Packers going down to Tampa Bay.
Really,
beating the what happened?
That game was trash.
Would you like me to talk about your game?
That game was trash too. That game was also trash. I don't even want to talk about that because I would just be right. I told you, Kev, I was on the phone with you. So
no more to say. Stop. I can't be making me laugh,
baby
man.
was back near the oven and the door was wide open, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Yes. Yeah, we got to leave that alone.
Both of the games was ugly.
They probably be like Ken Dorsey. Shout out to Ken Dorsey yesterday, letting his inner rage. The offensive coordinator for the Bills, man.
Beware.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that dude lost his mind.
Man, that had me rolling. I was cracking up, boy.
Has started and the memes are for real. Oh my goodness! But real quick, since DA,
I love it.
The Packers and Bucks. Dan, what you got on this game, real quick?
Well, I mean, like I watched a lot of this game, and I thought Green Bay was going to score 40 in the first half, and then a couple of drives, touchdowns, and after that was all the scoring. It was like a baseball game. Like, no points.
No points. Both teams. Could we say
Brady had that gaffed at the 2-point conversion where he let the delay a game. That hurt him at the end of the game.
Yeah, and they moved them back, and they couldn't get the 2-point conversion. I totally agree on that. Mike Mills, what you got on Tampa Bay and Green Bay?
That game was ugly for both offenses. It was just ugly. Some bad turnovers, some sloppy catches, just ugly. And both of those offenses need to get it together. I mean, shout out to Green Bay because good teams found ugly ways to win, and that was ugly. They just got to stop turning the ball over, and they got to get their timing right because that shit ain't going to work if they keep it up the rest of the year. So shout out to them for winning, but yeah, they got to tighten it up too. Ugly game, great defense, but ugly offense.
I would agree. D-Dub, what you got on this?
Yeah, I mean, I agree, man. It's a tough one to watch. I mean, yeah, like Dan said, I mean, it looked like Packers got off to a good start, but after that, it was just really slow. It was a slow cooker, and I mean, shout outs to Tom. He tried. He tried to get them.
Man, look.
Yeah, AD, it's the GOAT, man. Stop.
Fuck all that goat.
Okay,
shit.
he don't have nobody. He didn't have nobody, but
the GOAT.
Hey.
You don't need nobody. You supposed to be a
sir. I don't feel like it right now. I don't start on that short, sir.
He makes them better. He make everybody better. He make the whole world better.
He just mad because the GOAT was injured and now he got that. That quarterback. That's what he mad about.
I mean, it's really I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna see how this plays out for the Buccaneers because they weapon selection. I mean, unless guys start coming back getting healthy, man. I mean, Leonard Fournette, 12 carries, 35 yards. I ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah.
Everybody thought it was gonna be a better game, but with injuries and stuff like that, it was dire. So it ain't got much on that. It's nothing. Both teams are 2-1. It is what it is. Buccaneers are still in first place in the South.
Eric, what you got on this game, sir?
Just gonna agree with everybody else said, man. It was an ugly game to watch. Tampa Bay's defense settled in after a while. Shout out to Mr. Dobbs at 8 catches for 73 yards. I think he's a rookie. I don't know where they find these guys, but he stepped up to the plate when they needed some timely third downs. But man, this is what happens when you have a lack of a running game, man, and you have to throw the ball against superior defenses, man. You're gonna have a slow drag. So this is exactly what happened. Neither team could run the ball. Brady threw 42 times. His arm gonna be dead by half. week 8 and shit.
Yeah.
So
Rodgers 35
see,
times.
We'll see what it is, man. Good win for Green Bay. Tampa, I mean, yeah, it's a loss, but it doesn't really. I'm not going to sit here and say that it hurt them a whole lot because the division is
Trash.
still in limbo. It's still early though. We'll see what
3 weeks.
Goes down.
Yeah.
We'll move right along. DA gives his thoughts on this game. We'll move right along to the Chiefs and the Colts. The Colts defeat the Chiefs 20-17. The Chiefs are now 2-1. Colts won their first game, so they're 1-1-1. Let me see here. Mahomes threw for. Well, let's talk. Yeah. Mahomes
20 of 35.
20 of 35. Yeah, I was looking for that real quick. He threw for 20 of 35. Threw a lot. I think he relies on Kelsey a lot, and there was a play at the end of the game. He threw to him, and they thought they was going to get a flag on the play, but they didn't get it. And hey, shout out to the Colts. The Colts. Hey, Matty Ice.
Yeah, he was looking awful. I was talking trash about him earlier. I was like, what is he doing?
He was looking
I was like, what? Yeah.
Matty
I was like, my God.
He looked like Matty Mid yesterday. They got lucky.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he got his teammates pulled him through, and he made a throw, got him in the end zone. So kudos to him. But he was looking like trash early. From what I was looking at,
that game for them yesterday.
Yes.
And the fact that Kansas City has a supreme lack of the click clack, which means they don't like to hit. So it's going to be as long as teams see that, they don't like to tackle, man. So you can see they don't. So it's not going to be a good look for them the rest of the way if they don't start trying to hit somebody, because Jonathan Taylor was running through them like a hot knife through butter.
True.
Yeah.
Dan, what you got on the Chiefs and the Colts here?
Yeah, I didn't see much of this game at all, but I mean, Indy's defense had to play well. They kept Mahomes under wraps. 1 touchdown, 1 interception, only 262. I mean, Matt Ryan threw for 222 and 2 touchdowns. So I mean, the quarterback kind of evened out, but I mean, you got to give a shout out to their defense. The Colts, keeping them under wraps.
Gotcha. Cool. Eric, your thoughts on this game?
Same as everybody, man. The defense for Kansas City, even though they don't play physical, they kept constant pressure on Matty Ice, and it showed. I'm surprised that he didn't have an interception in this game. But again, shout out to the Indianapolis defense. They kept Kansas City off balance. They gave them different looks. And you can tell that they don't have that home run hitter, and it hurts. Travis Kelce, he only had 4 catches. Yep. I didn't get how many targets he had, but I know he dropped a crucial one in that end zone. So, or down around the goal line one. So
end zone, you right.
Yeah, it was end zone. Okay. So, again, missed opportunities, much like the Bills. You're supposed to be one of these supreme teams in the conference, and you're not looking like it. I know it's still early, but something that they got to fix up going into the future here. But shout out to Indianapolis, man. They needed that one. Going down 0-3 at this point, not a good look.
Right. And our last game that we'll cover here before we go to some notes, the Lions and the Vikings in Minnesota. Minneapolis yesterday, the Vikings defeat the Lions 28-24. Again, the Lions fighting hard, playing hard. I think they should have absolutely won the game, but Kirk Cousins, he's Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. He comes back and does this thing. The Vikings, he threw for 24 for 41, for 250, and they got the job done.
The shout out to the Vikings defense. I think defense won that game yesterday, man. They came up with a pivotal stop.
Yes.
In the fourth quarter, and it stopped them from got them the ball back, and they was able with like 3, but it must have been like 3 and change, and it was able to go down the field and score. So shout out to the Vikings. Jared, what's his name? Jared Goff had. Detroit's playing good, man. I like to see these teams, these young teams coming up, and
Detroit's playing good. Yes.
Yeah, they're playing good. So Detroit. Again, told you about the running back situation, and DJ Shark, DJ Shark, and what's my man St. Brown. So those guys are playing really good, really really good. So I mean, Detroit could have won this game. Probably should have won the game, but shout out to Minnesota's defense.
Eric, what you got on this game?
Growing pains for the Lions, man. Like D said, man, it should have been a game that they was in place to win. Mm-hmm. But this is one of the things that they have to that they have to learn from. You know what I'm saying? You got to get these crucial third downs to keep the chains moving, keep the clock going, keep possession. You know what I'm saying? To go down and execute. So not expecting them to win a whole lot of games, but they are consistent with their competitiveness, and that's all anybody really cares to see, man. But shout out to Kirk Cousins, Mikey Calder. He's Mr. 500. You know what I'm saying? He'll probably lose next week. But he got this one. He got this one done, man. And I will say, if you have a balance on offense, I'm just say this real quick. If you have a balance on offense, man, you can do some things for your team to keep the defense at bay. Yeah, Cousins threw for 260, but he also got almost 100 from Cook with 17 carries. So whenever he's healthy, Minnesota is a different team anyway. They didn't get a whole lot of targets to Mr. Jefferson. But Thielen and Osborne, Thielen and Osborne was the mainstays for them catching wise. So good win for Minnesota.
Dan, what you got?
I watched a little bit of this game too, and like Detroit's one of those teams. Like I think it was last year they lost at least 7. I think with the least a score within like 3 points or less, or 7 points. And I think kudos to them. They should have won this game, but they're going the right direction. Let's put it that way.
I agree.
They're getting better, and it's. I mean, remember they still got Jared Goff. They may need to upgrade there sometime in the near future, but what happened to Dalvin Cook? Did he get hurt again? Because like I was flipping back and forth, and he was out there, and then the next minute he was gone.
They have a dual backfield with him and Madison, so they don't use him for like the whole game. So you won't see him out there.
Yeah, he carried the ball 17 times.
I think.
Yeah, I thought it was he hurt his shoulder or something.
Oh, I missed that.
Nah, they were trying to lighten his workload.
Yeah, I don't think they want him to be.
Yeah,
they don't want him to be the guy to be carrying the ball so much. But I mean, he carried it 17 times, so 96 yards.
Yeah,
I don't see nothing as far as if he was injured or not.
No.
Yeah.
Real quick, let me go over some of the notes before we end.
Man, you don't want me to talk about the Lions? My feelings hurt.
Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead and talk about the Lions, Mike.
I mean, Jared Stafford had a Jared Stafford game. They running backs look good. They look good on. They defense look better after Jalen Hurts carved them up. But Jalen Hurts been carving everybody up this year. So I ain't gonna take too much away from that first game. But Lions look better. Like y'all said, they just young. And Kirk Cousins had to win one of his 8 games, So there we go. I don't know why DA be believing in him. I don't understand it, but that was one of his 8. We'll see when he get the next 6.
DA's not here to defend himself.
Hey, by the way, Dan, you're right. Yeah, Dalvin Cook did hurt his shoulder in the third quarter. So
good pick, Dan. Yeah,
he did.
Good pick, Dan. Let me go over some of the notes, some of the questions for week 3. If y'all saw the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins game, why was Tua allowed back in with a notable head injury? The NFLPA is looking into it. Just stating some of the notable things. Number 2, are the Raiders the best 0-3 team, or is it time to panic and Raider Nation? Just a question. Carson Wentz is the best quarterback in September. All-time stats says as thus.
So yesterday he forgot. And I like Wentz. You know, that's my boy, but I don't know what that was.
So you like Wentz and DA likes Stafford. That says enough. You know, you guys will dug it out.
And one of them dudes went to the championship, and the other one got no mind. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Okay. Anyway, the Chargers. Hey, shout out to the Jaguars yesterday. That was a big win against the Chargers, man. Oh, and D-Dub, DA, he must have forgot, but you know, he's in witness protection program. He said he was gonna get you about this picking the damn Chargers to win the Super Bowl.
Oh man,
what's up with it?
Listen, Mr. Staley, coach, I don't know what are you doing, but your quarterback has broken ribs or something to that effect. Right. And just because he wants to play doesn't mean that you as the coach should let him play. You are supposed to save him from himself.
RG3?
Yes.
RG3?
And to me, he's going to mess around and lose that job. But go ahead.
Yo, man. I didn't understand that. Like, yo, I know you got, you know, painkillers and all this other stuff, man. But yo, you got a young, promising quarterback. Why would you put him out there? Why would you put him? Did you think that the Jaguars was the Jaguars of 5 years ago? Like, come on, man.
No, 5 years ago they would have killed him.
And guys,
this is 2 years ago. Sorry, 2 years ago.
Guys, this is only week 3, man. It would cost you nothing just to sit him down. It's only week 3.
I mean, or at least be run heavy. Damn, you had him out here like he was healthy. Like,
that coach don't know what running the ball means.
He's gonna be out of here, and you're gonna see
McCarthy school running back,
running back killer.
Okay.
Yeah.
My last note: the Bengals are back on the winning side. They beat the what you call them, the Blue Jets, Mikey.
Nah, they beat the Green Jets, the real Jets.
The real Jets. So all that talk, you know, against the Jets. Hey, they did their thing the week before, but the Bengals are winning. Guess all things are back together. Hey, remember to like, click, and subscribe to the Sports Chasers podcast. We got to get out of here. We call it 4th and Short for a reason, because it's literally 30 minutes, 34 minutes today. But hey, on behalf of myself, I'm Kevin L. Warren, your host and moderator. Dan, the hockey dude, James, Eric, the angry one, Daryl D. Warren, Dorian D.A. Albright, and Mike Mills, the youngest in charge. Yo, this is the Sports Chasers podcast. Y'all be good. Y'all be blessed. Hey, y'all be good. Talk to y'all later.
And yes, my team